this music is challenging, and you do you enjoy conducting it? It seems like it's a lot of work.
It's very hard work, and sometimes I wish we could just stop and do a Beethoven symphony, which would be fun for me as well as fun for them. But it keeps me on my toes, and it has kept me younger, I think, than I would be now if I were doing nothing but older literature. To keep current, to know what's going on, and to constantly project an attitude of positive reinforcement for some music that when you read it down the first time really does not sound all that good.
Yeah. Something happens after you get it, an orchestra starts playing it.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
And sometimes we make mistakes. I have not always chosen pieces that are the best pieces. When it's brand new music and you can't always hear a recording, sometimes it's a world premiere, you don't have a lot of choice. You look at the score, you know the composer by reputation, or you don't, and you think this is music we should give a shot to. And I've been right more than I've been wrong, but there have been some dogs. We have done some pieces that I wished later we hadn't.
Was there a point in its development that you thought, this is working, this is what I always hoped it would be?
I think that happened when the faculty finally accepted it. The first few years were really dicey. There were certain older faculty who didn't know this music and didn't like it and didn't trust it. And a couple of well-placed studio faculty members who actually told their students not to be in the group, that that was going to hurt their playing to be in the group. And I didn't know for 2 years that this one faculty member was doing that until I realized I could not get that instrument to stay put. I'd get one person to play one rehearsal, then that person wouldn't show up the next time. And I finally found out who it was, and I took him out to lunch. And I said, I'm going to give you a recording of about 10 pieces that we're doing over the next year and a half. And I'd like you to listen to these pieces, good professional recordings, and tell me if there's anything in it that you find really bad for players. And he called me up a week later and said, I've been wrong. This is good stuff, and I will now help you by leading my students into your group. He's no longer here, so I don't have to talk about it that way.
What do you hope the students get out of this?
More than anything, I hope they get a love of playing new music. They're never going to get the accolades that they might get from playing the Mendelssohn Violin Concerto, but if they feel the connection to a living, breathing composer, especially a young composer like this one piece we're doing, Sean Shepard is barely 30, that's important, because without new pieces to enrich the repertoire is stale. A lot of us that go to orchestra concerts feel that's already happened, that orchestras are ossified, they're all playing mostly old music. So if a group like this can spark some interest among the players and among the audiences, there's hope for new composition as well.
One of the things that's unusual is that you're able to confer with the composer.
Yes.
And that's part of the educational experience, is it?
And I get them here as often as I can.
Yeah.
We're going to have three of the composers, actually all of the composers of this concert we're preparing right now will be in attendance, which is pretty exciting.
I noticed that you deferred to their judgment and asked them how to play it and so forth, and that was...
Well, that one student that you saw is a current master's student, the one who wrote the saxophone concerto, and yes, this is a big deal for him. He's never heard a group of this size or this quality play his music before, and he's having his ears opened in a big way.
Yeah. I have one more question. I'm supposed to ask you if you're going to play any more Boland pieces.
If Mr. Boland writes another piece for us, we will definitely play it.
Okay. Thank you, Dan.
Thank you, Phil.